Elite opinion in the United States is lining up against Donald Trump in ways we've never seen before. Consider this. Neither President George H.W. Bush or President George W. Bush, nor any member of the Bush family is openly backing Trump. Not a single CEO of a Fortune 100 company has endorsed Trump. 11 of them are backing Clinton. Not one major newspaper has endorsed Trump, and some are endorsing a Democrat for the first time in over 100 years. Even conservative thought leaders like the National Review, the Weekly Standard, and George Will are in some form anti-Trump, and in some cases, a few have become pro-Clinton. And yet, Republican voters right now are ignoring establishment opinion. They're sticking with Trump. We're witnessing a withering away of the power of the elites. Joining me first is Mr. Moore. Michael, welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Let me start with something you wrote a few months ago. You believe Donald Trump is going to win this election. You believed it before the convention, and you wrote this. From Green Bay to Pittsburgh is the middle of England, broken and depressed, struggling, the smokestacks strewn across the countryside with the carcass of what we used to call the middle class, angry, embittered, working and non-working people who were lied to by the trickle-down of Reagan and abandoned by Democrats. And I know after the debate, you were unlike many. You thought Trump was successful in what he needed to do. Explain.
Yes, I don't want him to win. Let's just make that clear. I've been trying to say for months here, I live in Michigan, and across the Midwest, across the Rust Belt, I understand why a lot of people are angry, and they see Donald Trump as their human Molotov cocktail that they get to go into the voting booth on November 8th and throw him into a political system that has made their lives miserable.
From the right, Glenn Beck, founder of The Blaze, himself an anti-establishment type of guy. Mr. Beck, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Chuck.
You know, the last time you were on, you said the following to me. You said, I don't belong to anything anymore, and I want to feel like I belong to something. I don't even like my country is even the same. I don't belong to anything. Nobody's listening to me, and I don't have any levers that control my own life. You were sort of describing the way you feel as if there are people out there, and I had somebody else describe it to me, they feel homeless in their own country.
Nobody feels like they're listening. We're shouting over each other.
I think a lot of people who have seen their livelihood vaporize, who are no longer part of the middle class, who are struggling to survive, pay no attention anymore to what the media or the people in power. They've lost all credibility, I think, with a lot of people.
Everybody feels like there's a play going on, and we're just watching it and looking at each other and shaking our heads in disbelief. And nobody's listening to the hardworking American who doesn't feel like they belong to anything anymore. In fact, it's almost as if we're standing outside and we're not being invited to this party at all.
Where was the media while Wall Street was creating this crisis that was about to happen? I mean, so people don't trust the media. They don't listen to it, and for good reason, because the media has let them down. The rich and the powerful have let them down. They used to believe in that. They used to vote for the rich and powerful. And a lot of them aren't going to do that this time. And they, for some strange reason, see Donald Trump as their means to get back at this system.
It's interesting that you would have Michael Moore and me both on the same show talking about this, because I think there's a lot of people that would claim that Michael Moore and Glenn Beck are responsible for a lot of this. When I can't speak for Michael because I honestly don't watch much of what he does, and I'm sure he doesn't with me. But I warned about this. You know, when they were mocking me for bringing up Nazis, the reason why I did many of the times was to warn about the rise of the uber right in Europe that would bleed into America, and it's happening.
The last thing that you want to do is wag your finger, your adult finger, at these millennials. They're upset at the whole thing. They're upset at the world that's been handed to them.
We're losing ourselves. We're losing our civility. We're losing our decency. We're losing our neighbors and our family. How high of a price are we willing to pay?
In my state of Michigan, Bernie Sanders won. If Hillary Clinton and the Democrats had a difficult time with him, that should have been the red flag to everybody that there is a mood out there.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.